Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Canada Popular State. When we last left off, we were repelling the Australian invasion in Florida, and we are sending those troops back to the fallback line. We were working on our idea here of if day. Once we get if day, we can change our conscription law, get a whole lot more manpower, put some divisions in basic training, and then we can start moving on Mexico. What I'd like to do is get our decryption up so we can learn if there is any Mexican armor here. We are working, I believe. We're fully upgraded and almost reinforced. Looks like we're delivering some motorized to our front lines here. And we are actually producing light tanks. So once we get our manpower up, we can put a tank with each one of these divisions, and I believe that is going to really impact how successful we are in the Mexican campaign. So hopefully we can stave off any naval invasion from here on out. I know our Navy is getting its rear end kicked, but that's fine. Really don't care about such things as that. All right, we have our free civilian factories, so once again, let's shore up our coasts. Is there any coastline that doesn't have a fort yet? Well, in Alaska. But they're going to have a long march to get down from Alaska. The Great Lakes are okay. Perhaps here along the coast of Newfoundland, because that is still inhabited by British control. So if we shore up the Great Lakes, that can help our endeavors there. Let's just do that while our civilian factories work. As far as our research is concerned, we are about a month out from our upgraded QF-25 pounder artillery, which right now we are producing the QF-18, so we'll transfer that over and then start upgrading our divisions as well. More naval combat is taking place, 4 on 19. Looks like old Tom Hanks is doing the work here, but getting routed because they have planes and tanks and automobiles. But you know what? I'm not that concerned about the naval game, if I'm honest. Let them land. Let them, you know, come to us. That's perfectly fine. If Day is going to be our biggest game changer. Once that comes in, we will be all set. As far as our trading is concerned, we've got a massive surplus of almost everything except rubber. We can go ahead and use a factory to import more rubber. Well, it looks like they can't do anymore, and rubber is... We're sort of taking all of Brazil's rubber, it seems, and then the rest are Britain and the Allies, which of course they aren't going to trade with us for any reason. So we're going to be behind on the rubber game, but that is fine. We're still making our motorized. We're a little bit behind on our motorized. Where is our motorized? Yeah, we've got a deficit for about how many days? That should be in the logistics. So our motorized, we're down for 19 days, and then we'll have an abundance of motorized. I believe last time we put in our field hospital, did we not? Yes. So that's going to help out our manpower situation. We won't lose as many troops to combat, because even though we dominate North America, minus, you know, the Latin countries, we want to preserve as much manpower as we possibly can for sure. So those motorized will come in and be delivered to the front. Our hospitals will be stood up, and everything will be awesome. More free civilian factories. Coastal fort this place up. Let's work our way around the Gulf of Mexico, all the way down into Florida. We should have like a level 10 fort by the time this is all said and done, and I'd like to see Mexico try to punch through. But knowing Mexico, they're not going to. I don't believe they're going to join any faction until we bring them into the war. But as soon as we go to war, they may join the Allies, or the Axis for that matter. I mean, we've got both people mad at us. We've got the American, or the Allied war, which the Soviet Union is losing handily. So I believe that means they're going to start turning their attention to us, because this front line along the German border is not doing too well. And I don't believe Finland has been called in anywhere. And as far as our Axis war, you know, the Soviet Union is poking the bear, essentially, fighting both groups instead of being allied. So we can anticipate Japan, oh, and even Germany has a little bit here above Manchukuo. So it's not looking good for our Russian brothers, and we have to build up as quickly as we can, because I believe when Russia drops out, that's going to be, the world's focus is going to be on us, and we may just be playing a game that we are going to lose if we don't keep this up. Looking at the economy, we are in a total, well, war economy. We could go up to total mobilization if, let's see, we could go total. That will actually lower the recruitable population and speed up production. I think our production is pretty good. We only need one more motorized, and those factories are becoming even better. Indeed. Insufficient resources, that's fine. We'll keep these resource lines going, so they won't lose any production efficiency here. We're maxed out on the cap and the efficiency. We've got probably a massive surplus, yeah. We're starting to get that nice surplus going. There we go. The 25 pounder is researched, and we can go ahead. If nothing else is appealing, we can research the next artillery upgrade all the same. Let's see, cavalry. We're not using cav units, so that wouldn't make any sense. We're ahead of time there. As far as the armor is concerned, we're ahead of time. Land doctrines. Supply consumption goes down? That wouldn't be bad, but I believe we have plenty of supply. I believe the artillery would be the way to go. As far as engineering goes, we could work on, well, we're working on decryption, that's fine. And it's 1941. We could do factory repair. Let's just do improved artillery research. And then for now, let's change this production line to from the towed artillery to the improved artillery. And they will reinforce up. So we should start making towed artillery 2. Now let's take a look at our upgrades here. So 480 towed artillery need to upgrade our units. That is fine. Once this production efficiency goes up, we're at 50% now, but we're gaining 1% a week. You know, we can get those knocked out. It's only 100 days as of now, and that's before the efficiency cap goes up. We need that manpower though, son. How far are we from if day? Only 20 days away from if day, then we can get a whole lot of recruitable population, and then we can start putting more divisions in basic training. Although I think what I want to do is I want to take one of these infantry divisions away and swap it with a with armor. All right, so we have the computing machine. We can work on even more decryption for 109 days or encryption. I believe that may be the way to go. Let's work on more decryption so we can learn all about what we're going up against. These two are going to fire off at the same time with the signal company and the decryption analysis. Oh, geez. So Germany has taken Stalingrad. Novgorod, Moscow. Germany is knocking on the door of Moscow. Dear Soviet Union, you need to step your game up, otherwise Germany's going to run away with you. Man, that sucks for them. And it'll end up sucking for us when they come over to say hello, because I don't think they're going to be very friendly when they say hello, if I'm honest. Alright, more towed artillery 2 is coming. I'd like some more factories. I could pull off a factory of... Is this the end of the Soviet Union? Oh, goody. Let's pull off some of the aircraft and increase our production of our artillery. That will become more important, I believe, than aircraft. Once we get a claim on Mexico, I'll definitely place what aircraft I have here along the Rio Grande. There isn't a wall that's going to stop us. These troops should move in fairly quickly and down the Baja Peninsula down here. But crossing from Texas might be a little bit tough, so we definitely need that air support. All right, if day is almost done. More naval combat, I don't care. Only tell me if there's a dangerous naval invasion, please. And hopefully we'll fix that low manpower here in just a moment. So we'll have if day research, then we'll save up a few more points to get our conscription law up, and then we'll be able to finally incorporate, I believe, armor into the militia would be good. As a matter of fact, we can go ahead and do that. Let's take out one of these infantry. Whoops, no. Let's see. Okay. Artillery, mountaineers. So we need to go a little bit wider, it seems. If we put 3 divisions of tank in here, I don't know if that would be beneficial. Let's see, armored. You could add the light tank. Let's see, it costs 500 more manpower per unit. So all in all, it'll cost 1,500 more manpower times 20. That's numbers. We've got enough to do that, I believe. That'll put our width up, but I believe we can handle it. I believe we really could. That soft attack goes up incredibly. Go ahead and save that division then, and go ahead and reinforce. So we need a few more manpower, which that will come out of the pool. And then we're working on tanks. We need 3,000 tanks. We could take some of the motorized away. All right, we've got if day done. Let's boost tank production up. No national focus, so we got if day done. We get another research slot. We will definitely take that. And I believe, let's go ahead, and once we have the political power in a few weeks' time, we'll raise the recruitable population and see where this goes. We definitely need to focus on tank production for sure. Let's increase that to maximum priority, so our oil and steel go to tanks. We also might be able to pull off of some infantry equipment. Do we have 2 groups of infantry equipment being made? We don't. All right, let's pull 2 factories off of that and increase production there. We need those tanks as much as possible, please. And we're almost good on political power. 6 or 7 more days. There goes the big manpower hit for our reinforcements. So we're only short the light tanks. So this is definitely the time for us to increase that recruitable population and let those tanks fill in. Then we'll be set. Our artillery is making it out to the front lines. 339 more needed. 1,000 days. I hope that goes down for sure. Now, this doesn't tell me how low we are as far as the upgrade is concerned, as far as like a time. Like, how much time will it take for us to get these artillery to the front? Oh, goody, that's why it struggled. We've lost our buddy, the Soviet Union. Now is the time to do extensive conscription to double our recruitable population. And we shall. Holy crap, 297,000 manpower just sitting here. Now is the time to get peeps in basic training. Which is going to hurt us as far as tanks are concerned. But we definitely need to start training here, say, in Oklahoma. Let's go 5 more divisions in basic training. The fall of Baku. Fall of Stalingrad. Trotsky survives assassination. Oh, wow. Things are not looking well in the Great War. Tanatuva is still holding out. Mongolia is about done. And it looks like then the United Kingdom and their allies and the German Reich and their allies may come bearing down on us and not bearing fruit either. Holy crap on a cracker. All right, more free civilian factories. No time like the present. We need to get this coastline as beef as possible. Because if we do not, bad times may occur. And in fact, I'm getting a pretty bad feeling about this already. You know what? I believe we actually need some more military factories too. We really need to plop down, make Indiana, go up to Missouri, just do all of that. All of the things, get all of the military factories up. We need as much as possible, please. We need to get these tanks in here. Divisions are training up. The only thing that they're lacking is the tank. Yeah, that's at medium priority. Reinforcements are our highest priority. Let's put these on low priority as well so that the tanks go here as soon as they are made. I believe that's a legitimate strategy. We're working on our next research slot, and we're 12 days away from researching the signal company and the decryption. And then as soon as the signal company drops, I'm going to incorporate them into our division as well. So we should have pretty stout basic divisions as far as the invasion force is concerned. I don't believe Mexico will be a superior enemy anymore. But will we have time? That is the question, because now that the Soviet Union is out and Tanatuva is actually being left alone for some strange reason. Mongolia will fall shortly, I have no doubt. We will become prime target number 1. I do not have a good feeling about this. Come on, tanks. Get your production efficiency up, good sir. It's 1.8 a week. That's fine. The bits and pieces program. If we can do something to improve the production efficiency growth, that would be the best. That way our factories can basically just turn and burn and do whatever they can. We'll definitely need a lot of support equipment for our signal company, and probably more motorized as well, so we will continue to manufacture those. One day away, we'll have signal company and decryption ready to fire. All right, so we're ready with decryption and the signal company. We are just over, let's see, what does logistics do? Support networks are leveraged to minimize waste, so helping out production costs. Factory repair speeds go up. Factory output, max factories in a state. We can work on that since we do have an open slot. And I believe we don't have any motorized or mechanized infantry. We could work on the Valentine just a bit. We're researching the upgraded. Let's do supply. 195 days. I mean, why not? Let's research supply because we're 16 days away from our improved artillery, which will make our units even more impactful. And I'm just sort of waiting on bated breath for the Germans and the British. Maybe they'll get involved and fight one another over here and just sort of leave us alone while we focus on Mexico. That's the ultimate plan and the ultimate goal. 1,700 days for the tank. Yeah, as that efficiency goes up, we are getting those light tanks to the front. How about you guys? How's your equipment doing? They do have 9 tanks. I mean, we've got a pretty good force here. Oh yeah, we were going to change our template and put in our signal company, were we not? So edit, and then put in that signal company. Send those guys up to the front. We're not down any motorized. That's good. Support equipment went down, but I believe we should be reinforcing. Yeah, the manpower is heading that way. We're pulling all of our manpower out. So it looks like the signal companies are now embedded. That didn't take too long at all. We're improving our infantry and our light tank. And we're 5 days away from our improved artillery upgrade, and I think once we pick our research, then we will be ready to call this an episode. We'll be gaining another research slot shortly. Oh, the Australians are moving. A nice, interesting way to end the episode for sure. All right, guys, instead of falling back there, I want you to have a fallback line right here in the middle of Florida, please. And then as soon as they make landfall, you will dominate. There we go, our improved artillery just in time for the invasion. Oh, artillery soft attack. Yes, please. 90 days away. Excellent. So there they are. The Australians have landed in Florida. Let's go ahead and give them a front line and assign them. You know what? Just to end the episode well, we haven't had any combat. So I want to see how these new divisions work. You've got Miami, good sir, but you will not keep it. I want you to spearhead right here. Work on that plan, please. Get your planning bonus if you can. Which it shouldn't take too awful long at all. Our tanks are rolling. How cool is that? Now, I know they're only moving the speed of the infantry. They move as slow as the... Oh, look at that. Australia's moving up. All right, our aircraft still should be servicing this area. Yep, they're in Florida. They are providing air support still to this day. So we'll have good air support. Oh, look at this. Look at this, South Africa is coming in. How very nice. Go ahead and reinforce there, guy. Enemy fort. You're attacking in multiple directions, but really doesn't matter. Go ahead and fulfill that mission, please. Yeah, we are beating them down. That That fort is holding them off for sure. That's what you get when you try. Oh, look at that. They seized the port. How about that business? Why don't you guys just make a quick turnaround here and seize that port, please? Yeah, we're fighting them back now. It definitely looks like we are now their focus. Oh, snap! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will call it here. We have an invasion on our hands, and it is getting serious. You guys need to make a beeline. A fallback line right here. And you guys get over here as fast as you possibly can. Things have gotten real. But that is going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. They're starting to poke through. It's going to get interesting, but that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold, and I will see you in the next Hearts of Iron 4 video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.